with Rockstars Glued Radio, and I got special guests on my show tonight. Eyes on Tomorrow. How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Doing great. Well, you're Josh. You're the lead singer. So who else do we got with us tonight?
That is David Kevorkian, lead guitar player. And then we also have Sam, our drummer as well. He's outside killing his lungs.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Now, y'all based from Cincinnati, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. I noticed here a lot lately, y'all got a great rock and metal scene up there. Bet y'all proud of that, ain't you? Like with the rock and metal scene up there, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, coming up, it was hard to find like really, really good venues to play, and it seems like lately, you know, that been in the scene for a little while, it's starting to pick up, especially with the like Northern Kentucky area and stuff like that. There's a lot of metalheads in the area, so. Right. If you put out good music, they tend to flock to it.
So now, how long has Eyes on Tomorrow been a band?
Believe it or not, since we started, December last year? We haven't even made it a year yet. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, it's kind of a culmination of a few different bands, I guess. A few of the guys that are, I would say, Sam, Daniel, and Dave, I guess we played together the longest. Sam and Daniel, which is our drums and rhythm, they've played together the longest, for 4 years. And then I guess I'm the newest addition. The vocals is the newest addition. I came in December, so that's when we kind of decided to change the name from what they were running with before and kind of revamp all of the material that they had and kind of try to run with it as Eyes on Tomorrow, and that's what we've kind of done since December. So yeah, we pretty much known everybody for the last 10 years. You know, being in other bands in the music scene. So when we met Josh, it wasn't a hard decision, you know, to go with him.
So what's y'all's songwriting processes for y'all's songs? Is it like individual or is it a group effort?
Well, as of right now, like I said, we just revamped a lot of our old material, so we just kind of pieced it all back together and used a lot of old stuff. For the new stuff we're writing right now, it's all just a group effort. We literally try almost every different combination of whatever we can and try to have as much fun with it as we can while we're doing it.
All the songs that you've written, is there a song that you might have that maybe have more special meaning to you or you feel more closer to than other songs that you got?
Yeah. Forgive Me Not is actually the one that Daniel riffed out on his own. And to him, that's actually a really important song. Like the lyrics are just something he wrote. It has a lot to do with some personal stuff for him. And yeah, I mean that's his baby song. But everything else is really just a culmination of like I said, the last 4 years of putting stuff together. Like we're attached to a lot of the riffs. We love playing them. You know, they're literally the most fun songs that we had. So we decided to go with those. Lyrically, there's a few little hidden stories. I mean, I suppose, if you get online, I could list all the lyrics and everything, but there's a few stories within them that I've personally kind of, had a hand in that I kind of take personally as well. But for the most part, the writing process is just riffs and fucking badass guitars and drums and me coming in and just trying to do my thing. And it kind of culminated to what we're doing now. So I think what we're going to put out next year is what we're really, really trying to sell. I think that's what's really going to prove the ground that we're trying to walk on for the future. Because the stuff that we're writing now is really pushing, I guess, the limit of our abilities and what the scene is right now. So I think that's 2013. That's what we're trying to look to. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Now, who's all y'all's musical influences, and who has affected you most as artists, as a band, and as an individual musician?
I mean, for me, on drums, I'm a huge fan of like Vinnie Paul and Dave Lombardo. A lot of the old thrash metal drummers. I mean, a lot of that stuff is where I started, and I've just kind of continued to play. And a lot of the heavier stuff that comes out nowadays really influences the direction I'm going. I mean, I'm a big fan of like As They Lay Dying and Lamb of God and still Pantera. I can't stop listening to those albums. Those will never stop influencing me. I would say vocally, my two biggest influences, I guess, the two bands, I guess, I could say pretty much like changed my life and made me the way I am is first off Korn, old Korn, and just the way that fucking Jonathan Davis was, his fucking energy, his whole fucking everything about him. And then Mudvayne, and that's what really kind of set the tone for the kind of music that I wanted to make. That heavy, switch them up to soft tone, never know what's coming next style. So I guess those are the two guys that really influenced me.
Yeah, mine is Tech Nine. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I like old school Ozzy Osbourne. I was a big Randy Rhoads fan. Zach Wilde, Yngwie Malmsteen. I like the really good technical guitar players of the day.
Now I've seen y'all like 2 times so far this year, and first time was at Beard Fest, and the second time was like 2 weeks ago up in Hamilton, which was cold as shit.
That was crazy. Yeah, we were all getting drunk and trying not to feel too hard.
The stage there was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was like a trailer cut in half.
Right.
Yeah, we put on similar trailers twice. It was great. Yeah.
So, yeah, y'all played outside and y'all done a great job. So, still, even the weather and all that, y'all was still on time. Y'all done a great job. So, that's why, as far as the guitars and all that, how long have y'all actually played, like, the rhythm guitar and all that together?
I played in a band with Sam when I was in 9th grade. I've been this guy. So he's been playing drums for probably 15 years.
Yeah, I've been playing since I turned 18. That's basically when I picked up my first drum kit.
We've known each other for a long time. That's what makes it cool,
Right.
Like I said, the newest addition to this thing is the vocals. That was the big change that transitioned from what was Suicide Lullaby. I don't know if you ever heard of that band or not.
Sounds familiar.
That was these guys' previous project. So
I totally agree with that too. We looked forever to find the perfect singer. I mean, literally, I was on a quest for years and years and years. I mean, we've had singers throughout the years, but no one ever could put it down like Josh has. So that's why I think one of our big, strong points as a band, is the vocals, And just, I've always seen him in other bands. I think he was in Horseshoes and Hairnades, Will Dillon, Endeavors Never Dies, and always told myself, if he's, just to keep him in my back pocket, he's, seriously, he's one of the best singers ever around here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Right. Now, Josh.
I'm serious.
That's cool, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's cool shit, thanks.
So now, like Josh, since you're the singer, now that it's turning colder and all that, do you have any trouble singing in the cold weather, or do you have to do some kind of pre-ritual to keep your voice from going out?
That's actually a good question, because I was wondering if it was going to be a problem playing outside, and when we played that show up north in fucking New Miami or wherever the hell we were, I thought that I was going to bomb. I was even talking to Sam. I was like, man, I'm going to have fucking issues. Like, this is going to suck. And actually, I really don't have any, like, pre-game rituals other than, like, getting fucking wasted, I guess. Like, beers and shots. But the cold, I guess, kind of helps the swelling in my throat. And that's usually what the issue is. Smoke and, like, hot rooms usually is what the worst problem is for me. But outside in the cold, not a problem. Yeah, we played indoors, outdoors. We've all been seasoned veterans of basically just about every venue you could throw at us. We've played under the hottest lights ever imaginable and out in the freezing cold. So
Stand spot.
Yeah, and in the summer our jam space is like 120 degrees in there with no air conditioning. We just have fans blowing hot air around. And it smells like a bag of armpits and assholes. And like a cat got loose or something in there or something.
Right.
Yeah, cat piss smell and 120 degree heat, man. It's not a pretty place to be. Meadow is not cute. Trust me.
Right.
Fucking spooky and fucking.
Right. Now, I read on your all's bio on your Facebook page that some of the band shared the stage with, like, Static X, Power Man 5000, BLS, Bury Your Dead, and God Forbid, and so forth. How did it feel to share the stage with some of them bands for the ones that did?
Well, no, if you read the bio, it says that over the years, in our past projects, we shared the stage with a lot of those bands.
Yeah.
And like when we were the Suicide Lullaby, Daniel and I played with Black Dahlia Murder. Dave was in another band that played with the band Milkweed. He played with like Static X and Black Label Society. When I was Evanescence, and when Josh was in Never Never Dies, they opened up for All That Remains. That was pretty fucking cool.
So how was that for you? Did share the stage with like the Black Dahlia Murder and them?
Well, the guys all from All That Remains, they were pretty reclusive for the most part, but I mean, I expected it to be worse than it was, because I mean, they were reclusive, but they were still hanging out, so it wasn't like, they were like, they didn't act like assholes, or they didn't act like, like they were better than anybody. They were just kind of like regular dudes, for real. They just hanging out, and they jammed.
That's cool. Any other band or musician would you like to work with in the studio or share the stage with? Is there any other bands or musicians that you like to work with later on down the road?
Oh, I mean, there's so many bands, man. We love playing with a lot of people, man. Anybody that's always out there promoting, trying to do the best for themselves and the best for the scene. I love working with all those bands. Like the Fallen, those guys are like on the top of the list. They're always out there. They're working as hard as we are,
Right.
Like I said, there's so many, man. I couldn't even start naming Hell Scorched Earth, the Requiem. I mean, all these bands are amazing.
Eternal Void.
Yeah, Eternal Void. We actually have a show set up for this Saturday at Backyard Bar down in Reading, Ohio. The Fallen's playing down there, Eternal Void, and like 3 or 4 other bands. Soul for the Taking, the Animus Project. I can't remember who the last one is, but yeah, that's this Saturday at 9 o'clock. It's gonna be an awesome.
So that's awesome. After this Saturday, where's Eyes on Tomorrow gonna go?
We have a show the following week at another bar in Lockland. It's called JC's American Pub. We headline that show, and then we're basically taking a break until the beginning of the new year to write a bunch of new material. And then with the beginning of the new year, we're going to start going a bunch of shows again, but we don't have anything down in stone as of yet. We're basically getting ready to release our EP. It's in the process of being pressed and packed right now.
So that's awesome. When you all was younger, what really inspired you to play your all's musical instruments or whatever, singing? What just inspired you when you was younger? And did you ever think that you all would be actually in a band, playing music and playing shows?
I mean, the goal was always to play in a band, but basically what inspired me back in the day was just drinking and smoking pot and having fun with my buddies. And I sucked at drums, obviously, when I first started, but it was just fun to get together with my friends and pretend we knew what we were doing. And, it just basically, over the years, everybody that was better at their instrument kept doing it, and everybody that wasn't stopped. And sooner or later, we found good musicians. I mean, I never thought I'd be in a band this awesome. That's definitely not. That was definitely not anything I ever thought was going to happen. I mean, this is by far my favorite project I've ever worked. Yeah, as well. I still to this day can't play a fucking instrument. So I ain't even going to talk about that. I got one little beat I can play on the drums, and it sucks. As far as singing is concerned, I started when I was 3 and never stopped. My mom, she put me in every freaking chorus, and I was in show choirs and plays and all kinds of different stuff when I was growing up in school. So like singing was always part of my life. I even grew up in like church shit, singing. So it was always. That's why I say when I was talking about Korn and Mudvayne, I said they kind of changed who I was, because music that I was listening to before them was obviously totally different. So when I met a couple friends that were just as crazy as me, one of the bands that really made me want to be in a band was Prodigy. I don't know if you remember. You remember them? I cut my hair like that guy with the fucking shaved in the middle and the 2 fucking mohawks. Yeah. And I fucking ran around school. They sent me home, said I was a distraction. But me and my buddy would sit in his fucking room and glare that shit in a mirror with a black light, and I would fucking act like I was singing the shit, and I knew that from that day that I wanted to be a singer in a band. Yeah, Firestarter. That was the song. Twisted Firestarter. I was a fucking Firestarter boy. Fucking twisted. Yeah. My mom knew it too. The devil is real, Joshua. That's what she would tell me. Dude, she ripped up all my Korn shit that I had all over my walls. Like, pulled the tape out of my cassette. Like, the devil is real. I knew it. I was like fuck you. That was like a 99. I know. It was my, I guess it was just my fucking rebel without a cause attitude that made me want to be a singer. But Twisted Fire Starter, man.
Sweet. What about you, Sam? Like playing drums? What inspired you to play drums?
Oh man, actually when I was really young, I used to tap around with pencils and shit. And I felt like I could play, and then every time I got behind a kit, once I got older, once I had a couple buddies that had some drums, I could actually keep a beat, and I just kept every day practicing more and more and adding a new beat here and there, and sooner or later I bought a double bass pedal. I actually bought a double bass pedal before I even knew how to use it. I just had it there. Right. And it took me another like 3 months. One day I was sitting there and all of a sudden my feet started working in time and I was playing double bass and I was so excited, man. I played that same double bass beat for like a week straight. I never stopped. And then literally I just kept adding stuff. My older brother and I used to jam in our basement and we just played the most ridiculous, horrible music. And it was actually crazy. My Dave was in a band with my younger cousin, who's like 4 years younger than me. And he was in a band with two of my cousins. And they all came over, and I expected these guys to come in and barely know how to play their instruments. And they had like 6 songs that were awesome, and Dave was shredding and soloing over everything. And it blew my fucking mind, man. And like, after a while, me and Dave hung out, you know, and we started jamming together, and then we started a band, and then we were in a band, we were out of a band, we were in a band, and that happened for 10 years, and, you know, now we all kind of, like, settled all our differences, and we're like, fuck it, let's just do it, you know, so here we are today.
What would y'all be rather doing, in the studio or be on the stage?
On the stage.
Oh, the stage for sure. I mean, the studio is fun, too, but
I can hate the studio.
I love the studio. But
I like to be able to climb. I love the stage stuff.
The reason I love the stage though is because you're usually making a little bit of money and you're having fun. At the studio, you're just having fun and you're spending money. The studio, I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. It's like Ricky Bobby. But yeah, we love playing shows, man. That's our bread and butter. Yeah, we would much rather be up, you know, lugging our gear around and playing in front of 30 people than sitting at home and doing nothing. Yeah.
What's your craziest moment so far, being in a band, being on the stage, no matter what? Craziest moments that you have?
Hey, I got this one. All right. Vocalist here. This is craziest moment. The fist fight between these two fuckers. Yes, it was for me. Most definitely. These guys going at it at the practice stage. Chucking, like, they settled their differences, and it was definitely the craziest moment for me. It was like ever seen the Lamb of God video when they went on tour?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Something similar to that.
Right.
Something similar to that. Wow. Okay, that was my crazy moment. Anybody else? I mean, that was the craziest moment for me too, though, man. Yeah. It was just whatever. We were playing a bunch of shows, and we were trying to squeeze a bunch of shit in. And we played the Deputy and Fireworks at the end of last summer. And 2 days before the show, or 4 days before the show, me and Dave ended up butting heads a little bit. And we settled our differences. We played with Synapse Defects at the Thompson House like 2 days before the Fireworks, and then we played the Fireworks. And we decided, you know, why let a couple of loose fists get in the way of what we were doing. So we just, again, settled our differences. Decided we were going to keep jamming and having fun. So, you know, we decided to be the bigger men and not stop what we were doing because we were just being a little bit stupid.
Right.
You guys were so
I think the craziest moment was when Sam pawned his drum set to pay his rent.
I did not do that.
That was crazy. So because we didn't know where to.
No, I got this one. Hold on. At this one time, Dave bought a whole bunch of crystal meth, and he went down. So he went down to an old folks home, and somebody told him to eat a salad. Or wait, no, what was it? No, a vegetable.
I told you not to tell him about
somebody told him to eat a vegetable, and he went and ate it. It was disgusting. What is going on?
Oh my! You gotta take it.
His breath stung for a fucking week.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay, that may or may not have happened.
Oh, okay.
That may or may not just crossed the line. Right, that's internet radio. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. What do you see as your biggest challenges to overcome, like as a musician or being a band? Some of your challenges.
Getting money so we can pay for a van and we can start playing outside of Cincinnati. That's our goal right now. We're basically in the process of saving up every loose penny we have to get transportation together so we can start playing. Basically we want to start off on like weekend warrior tours where we head out and do 2-day shows or something like that. But once we've generated enough money and hopefully a little bit of a buzz, we'll have enough shows lined up to where we can go out on like a 10-day tour and really put our ass to the grindstand.
Like, is there any advice you could give them bands out there, younger musicians or younger bands that's just now getting started?
Keep practicing. Just that's all you can do is keep practicing. Turn up. Yeah. Turn it all in. Turn everything up really loud and keep practicing. That's our advice. I mean, we literally all we do, we practice as much as we can. You can't listen to your mom or your boss or your girlfriend. You got to keep going to practice and like just getting as good as you can at your instrument if you're dead serious about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. My mom told me not to fucking be in a band and fucking do metal because obviously she was fucking crazy. So I mean, it is what it is, and I didn't listen to her, so that's probably some pretty good advice. Don't listen to your fucking parents. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just do what there you go. Don't listen to your parents. Whatever you do, that's probably an advice for the night, kid.
Wow. So, like, what all sites can people find Eyes on Tomorrow at?
We are on Reverb Nation. It's reverbnation.com /Eyes on Tomorrow, and then of course Facebook.com /Eyes on Tomorrow.
AmazonBand.com.
And you can basically anybody can book us or talk to us directly through Facebook. We're basically on there constantly, so there's no broken line of communication at all.
Now, if somebody wants some of y'all's music right away, is there anywhere that people can find it at right now?
Basically, we have 2 of the songs up on Reverb Nation. Like I said, we're literally in the process of getting our EP pressed and packed. As soon as that's ready to roll, it's only going to be available at shows right away. And we'll probably have it up on iTunes and a couple other places where you can buy it online shortly thereafter. But right now, we're just waiting to get the actual CDs in hand.
A year from today, where will Eyes on Tomorrow be?
Oh man, I'm not good at telling the future. I couldn't even tell you that we would be this far from last year. I would. This is like light years beyond what I thought we would be by now. So hopefully we can keep the fucking steam rolling. Yeah, I mean, we've had really good momentum. We made sure we have once we started playing shows last May, we had a goal of 10 before the end of the year. We've already played 15. Yeah, we feel like we've hopefully a few people will hear what we're all about and they're enjoying it and they'll want to come out to more shows and actually support what we do and help us get further out there and continue to, like I said, hopefully one day make this our job.
Like we didn't even have the recordings finished until when?
Oh shit! Last April
of 2012, and at the last show it was at the Metal Family Reunion show. I don't know if it was the last one, but the Metal Family Reunion show. The crowd was big, and I actually saw like the majority singing along with me. Like the buzz that the music created was so fast and so strong. Like I can't even fathom where next year is going to lead us.
Right. So I got one more question. I just want to say thank you for coming on my show and just talking to me. And what does music mean to you?
Shit, man, that's my heart and soul. It's the only thing I got. I mean, between jerking off and music, I mean, there's nothing else I got going on. I mean, they make me work so I can pay my bills, and that way my internet works so I can jerk off more freely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a jerk off, man. Okay, music. Music to me means an outlet. To me, it's an outlet. I have a lot of fucking shit to say, and band lets me say it, and people listen to me. So that's what music is for me. Dave, what music means to you, my friend? I appreciate you having us on here, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah, dude, we really appreciate it.
Great to have you.
So what's up, fellas? Go ahead and listen to that shit. Hang in!